So I published this video a few weeks ago about if your Facebook ad account is disabled, what are the steps you need to do or take to get that account back. And a lot of you have commented on that video. In fact, you have messaged me on Instagram saying another question that Nikhil, not just my Facebook ad account but my Facebook ID, my Facebook profile is restricted from advertising, and now I cannot advertise on any of the ad account or business manager. So if you have the same question, this is the video for you, because as you can see on the screen, I also had this problem 4 or 5 years ago. This is one of the account which got restricted very long ago, and I was able to again bounce back and run the ads. What are the strategies I have used? I am going to discuss in this video with you all. What are your options? How can you recover these IDs back? So the first thing first, what you need to do is put this account into manual review. Sometimes what happens that Facebook algorithm flags the accounts, and when you put it in manual review, people manually check from Facebook side. They see no violation, and sometimes you get the account back. So this is what I have explained in my previous video also about Facebook ad account disabled. That video, you can check that video out also. But if I have to tell you quickly, what you need to do is you just need to click on this all tools section, go to account quality. You can see the option here as well. And once you come into account quality, you will see an option in this section here where it says request review, and put the account into review. It'll ask you a few things, about your identity, verify your identity, if email ID and all those things. Just fill up all those things and put that account into manual review. That's the first thing you need to do. Now this account, it got permanently restricted. Once it says permanently restricted, there are very negligible to zero chance that you will get the account back. So in those cases, you basically have 2 or 3 options. One of the best option is that you use your family's or friends or relatives account, log into their account, create business manager or ad account and run the ads from their account. But make sure that you do not again violate the policy. So understand why your account got restricted in the first place, and do not make the same mistakes in their account, because you will end up banning their account also. So for that, I think I've also again created this video on ad policy. Just check that video out also. I'll put that I button on top. Go through that video. Make sure you do not make the same mistake again. Otherwise, you will end up banning their account too. So that's going to be the immediate action, which is what you can take. Second option is going to be to create another ID. Now, why did I put it in the second option? Because what happens is that if you create the ID, another Facebook ID, and if you start running the ads from the first day, Facebook will immediately block your account again. It'll flag, it'll block the account. It'll see that as a suspicious activity. So it'll block the account again. So do not make that mistake. If you want to create another ID, make sure you nurture that ID. What do I mean by nurture? What do I mean? You need to warm up that ID. Like for example, when a new person signs up, what does he do? He uploads the profile picture, he uploads the cover image, he sends the friend request to a bunch of people. Their friends do the same thing, and then like some pages, comment on some pages, share some post, do this activity for a couple of days, or I would say weeks, and then you can slowly get into pages, then you can slowly get into ad accounts and business managers, and then from there, once Facebook see that, okay, so you are a legitimate person, you are not trying to do some suspicious activity, and not flag your account, and then from there you can eventually start running advertising. But again, make sure you do not make the same mistake which you have made in the previous accounts. Nurture your accounts properly and then run advertising. Now people also ask for how many days I need to nurture. I do not have the answer to that question. I have personally seen that with my accounts, it usually takes 15 days to 20 days also. But sometimes I've seen that it gets flagged after 15 days also. So it totally depends upon when it is going to get flagged, but give it some time, at least 15 days to 20 days, I would say. And then after slowly get into pages, get into ad accounts. That's the second most important step you can take, which I have personally done also, and it has worked for me. I have multiple accounts now, and I run the ads from all of those accounts, and I've created these accounts by doing that. So now these accounts are very old, so there are very low chances that they will get flagged. These are the two important steps you can take. Third one, which I have also seen personally working, which I think most of the people cannot have a luxury to, is that if you somehow have access to an ad account, which is a big ad account or which is spending a good amount of money, what you can do is you can talk to the support team. It'll give you an option from their ad account. You can talk to support team. You can tell them the problem, that my profile is restricted, can you help me unblock it? And they will just go through the process, and they will see that you are spending a very good amount on that particular account, so they'll try and unblock your ID also. This has worked. You can do this if your friends is also doing, like for example, you can ask your friend to talk to the support team and get your account unblocked. Make sure you also have the access to that particular account. That also is sometimes a solution. So these are the options which I think you have now. Try and see if these work for you. You don't need to panic. You don't need to worry about these things keep happening. Don't just cling on to what has already happened. I would say that just move on now and go to another ID, find out your friend's ID and move on, and try and do these steps. And I hope you get your Facebook ID back, or I hope you are able to survive this loss which you are going through. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, you can just comment down them below, and do like this video, subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.